Hello there everybody and welcome into the Math Great channel. This isn't something that I normally do, but today we're in Minecraft Hypixel and we're going to talk about the new game mode that just came out a couple of weeks ago called Dropper. So if you don't know how to connect to Hypixel, it's pretty simple. Go to multiplayer, add server, and the server is mc.hypixel and .net. And just done, and it'll pop up right here. Then go ahead and join in, go to the prototype lobby, and right over here there is Dropper. So in this video I'm basically going to be explaining to you guys how the Dropper game mode works, and we'll also be playing a couple of Dropper games just to kind of show you how it goes. I'll tell you some of my thoughts, some tips and tricks that I've kind of learned by playing this. I have been playing Dropper basically since it's come out. I'm definitely not a master, but I think I know enough to tell you guys about it. So let's go ahead and jump right into Dropper. You're going to want your render distance set pretty high because, of course, everything is, you're falling, so the farther you can see ahead of you, the better. I'm going to go ahead and turn it up to 10. So the first thing that you'll see is in your hand there's this name tag, also known as map voting. So in map voting, you'll basically vote for your maps. There's easy, medium, and hard difficulty. You'll get 2 easy difficulty maps, 2 medium difficulty maps, and 1 hard difficulty map. So we're going to go ahead and vote for, I'm just going to vote for some random ones because the game is about to start. You'll join right on in and it'll give you a couple seconds before your first game will start. As you can see, it says the selected maps in the chat, and we're currently in balloons. So one of the big things that I've noticed whenever I've been playing Dropper is you definitely need to know the maps. At first, you're not going to know the maps and you're not going to know what you're doing very much, but once you eventually learn kind of what you're doing and how the maps work and like where the water is and all that kind of stuff, it becomes so much easier. Like the next one's castle, I know automatically where to jump, how far to go, and all that kind of stuff. So honestly, it just takes a lot of repetition. And also, it really helps to look on the right side to kind of see what your next map is. Because a lot of the times you have to jump in a certain direction to get to the water pool. And you can kind of get a head start in your thought process, if you know what I mean, if you're looking over on the right side and seeing what's next. For example, this one's gears. I already know that I'm going to fail at gears. And by the way, there are many tutorials out on YouTube on all the different routes for some of these things. For example, gears. I don't know the route for gears, so it's really hard for me, but you can always go out on YouTube and check out some of these routes because they're really helpful, especially on the hard map. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back to lobby so we can do another one. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with this game. You can see we've got balloons, toilet, western, sewer, and factory. Now, in my experience, the easiest hard levels, if that makes any sense, is ocean. For me, pretty much because that's the first one that I figured out. But if you can get routes for all the hard ones, and if you can be prepared for anything, then it will give you a huge advantage. Well, that took forever. I'm looking, the next one's sewer. I already know I need to go to the right. Whoops, I need to go to the right. Alright, well there we go. As you can see, if you don't know the routes and you're not used to the map, it can be very hard to get it done correctly. It just takes a lot of time. And as I go into our last game of Dropper for this video, I'm going to talk about some of my general conclusions and thoughts. First thing I want to say is about map voting. I think I heard this before in another YouTube video, but you almost always get balloons because balloons is the very first map on the list. I don't know what you can do to like change that to make it more random, but you almost always get balloons. Like, let's see, I guess, yeah, our first one is going to be balloons. And it happens on almost every single game. And another thing, which I think is a good thing that they did, is you have this thing in the middle. I know you guys haven't seen me use it before, but it's called back to spawn. So if you know you're going to fail, like, let's say I got down here and I was like, oh man, I know I'm definitely going to fail. I'm not going to hit the water. Then you just press that and you go right back to spawn. And you know what? That can save you a lot of time, especially if you're in a longer one and you just like absolutely know, oh yeah, I messed up. Then you can just press that and it will reset you back to the top, which can definitely save a couple of seconds. Alright, our hard one for this time is illusion. Do I remember how to do illusion? Yes, I think that's the right path. You go kind of forward and then you like flip around. This is one of 2 maps that I actually know how to do. This is one of those, like right now I know I'm going to fail, so I'll just press reset location. Oh, yes! I told you I could do it. And let's see what place we get, probably like 6th. Hey, 5th, that's not too bad at all. And then if we wait till the end here, this is actually the first one that we finished, now that I think about it. So as more people finish, the timer will slowly shrink, so I think once like 2 people finish, then it'll go down to 1 minute. No. I think once 2 people finish, it'll go down to 2 minutes or something. And then if you get in the top 5, it'll show your time over in the chat. But that is all for today's review on the Hypixel Dropper game mode. Thank you guys so much for watching. By the way, I already have next week's video idea planned out. I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a yacht in Minecraft, like do a boat, a yacht, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be really fun. I'm already super excited for it. So make sure to like and subscribe if you guys are ready to see that video so you guys can get updates. Also make sure to go check out Discord, Twitter, Reddit, and Patreon links in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.